map first. No, it looks good. Hello everybody, welcome back to another free-for-all King of the Hill game. This is actually, I think, the first King of the Hill free-for-all that I've done on my stream, which is unusual considering how many of these you see in most community games. Anyway, let's introduce the players. We have 7 players here. The winner of this match will go below my stream and be considered the King of the Hill champion and be introduced as such for the rest of these King of the Hill games until someone takes his place as the new champion. Anyway, let's introduce the players. We have Wormy here. He is playing as the Britons. I think he has 1 victory in sudden death, but that's not necessarily relevant. We have Not Tyrant, Not the Viper playing as the Malians. He is 1900 2K level player on HD Edition. The Alt Khan, a 1600 level player playing as the Slavs. Chaucer playing as the Saracens, 1800 level in HD Edition. We have Rainman playing as the Berbers, 1600 level, I believe. Gazna, who is one of our sudden death champions, playing as the Burmese. He's about 1700 level. Hunyadi playing as the Mayans, about a 1700 level player. So those are the players in this game. A lot of different civilizations. We'll go through them in depth a little bit later on. I noticed that a player actually took the monument very early, which means the countdown's going to go ahead and get started. GG. What players seem to fail to realize is that there's actually no benefit to holding the Wonder if it's not at 0. But anyway, the map we are playing on is Hill Fort, which players start out on their little bit, what are we going to call this? Their little fort, I suppose. Bunch of walls around it, a little bit of shallows. It looks nice and pretty. Now, they are going to have to move out to the bottom of the map where there's plenty of wood here. Now, in their own base, there is not plenty of wood. And all the players are within a good distance of this Wonder. Are quite a few hills on the Wonder, the monument, so maybe that'll come into effect a little later on in the game. And these guys, this is kind of funny. They're already fighting for the monument. I don't know why. I don't know why. Don't ask. Let's introduce the players. We'll talk about their civs a little bit as they get started with their builds. We're, as always, on fast speed, so this should get going pretty quickly here. We have Wormy playing as the Britons. Now, the biggest thing in King of the Hill games is usually you have a good late game. And the Britons have an okay late game. They have good, they have a decent, unique unit. But they don't have the strongest siege in the world, not the strongest cavalry, not the strongest infantry. Some very good archers, but archers aren't considered the strongest units in the game. So it's not a bad civ, but it's not the best civ at the same time. So we'll have to see how Wormy plays this out. Now, Not Tyrant, Not the Viper has the Malians here, and they are a beast civilization. They have a great economy with their buildings costing less wood, and also with their gold miners working a little faster with the free gold mining upgrade. They also have a beast military with infantry getting extra pierce armor per age. That means their champions are like Huskarls. And also some good siege. They get siege onager. So a pretty good army overall. Overall, not the strongest civilization ever late game, but also a very good civilization and a pretty versatile one. Especially if the gold runs low. I think they have some pretty good trash. Now the Slavs are a powerhouse. They're a great civilization. Boyars are super strong against all types of melee units except for Haubs. And their siege is some of the best in the game. They get all the siege upgrades except from Bombard Cannon, and they all cost less. So very, very heavy civilization. Make sure to take plenty of gold with them. Also a good economy. Their farmers work faster. So this should be a beast civilization if they start to get that siege rolling and that Boyar combination. It's called it'll be a death ball. Now Chaucer playing as the Saracens, also a beast late game civilization. A pretty poor early game, but a beast late game civilization. No eco bonuses to speak of them unless you count the market bonus as one of those. They get some good siege. They get siege onager with siege engineers, mind you. And Elite Mameluke, one of the best unique units in the game. Great versus cavalry, but also great versus most melee units. And I'm sure that at Boyars will not stand up very well against Mamelukes. So this is a pretty good civilization, if I might say. Rainman playing as the Berbers, not the best civilization. They have a great Castle Age, great Night Rush. But you're not going to be Night Rushing the Monument. Why would you? There's plenty of years left in the Monument. So what the Berbers going to be left with, they're going to be left with Camel Archers. I don't think any of these civilizations rely on Cavalry Archers, so not the strongest unit. They also have Cavalier, but again, it's not Paladin, so it's not the strongest unit in the world. So I feel like the Berber's lacking a little bit. They do get gunpowder. They get okay siege, it's not the best. I think you're going to have to impromptu a little bit here, just kind of like how the Britons will be. Not the strongest civilizations, these two. Ghazna playing as the Burmese. Extra attack on their infantry makes them pretty good, but they're still a little weak to archers and a little weak to infantry. A little weak to cavalry, so not the strongest. X factor for the Burmese, though, they do get access to elephants. And what elephant bonuses do the Burmese get? Because I do not remember. They get the extra armor and attack versus building, so pretty strong. The armor helps out quite a bit. Especially when you got 300 HP to work with elite battle elephants. And the Burmese, they get a little lackluster siege, but the biggest thing for them is going to be those elephants, perhaps some halbs with a little extra attack, or some champions also. Maybe some Marimbai if we get lucky. Pretty decent civ overall. Also, nice for Ghazna, you can see the relic locations. What is Blue doing? Blue's actually walling this relic in. That's kind of funny. I don't know. And last but not least, Hunyadi, Mayans. Normally a pretty strong civilization. Don't have the best late game army. If you haven't seen my Mayan civilization overview, here's a little link on the top here. I do recommend you check it out. But the Mayans late game, not the strongest. Doesn't have that oomph. Doesn't have that siege. That siege that you want of a good late game civ. But their units are very cost efficient, and a Halb, Plumed Archer, you know, Eagle Warrior combination will take them pretty far here, and we'll stretch their gold out quite a bit, quite a little while. I feel like the Mayans could be one of those civs that sneaks up on you late game once all the golds run out in the game, and they're still pumping out their gold units. They're still pumping out their Eagle Warriors, still pumping out their Plumed Archers. I feel like they have a good shot late in the game. They'll have more gold than any other civilization later on. But just not that oomph that you need early game or mid game. Early game, by early game I mean like at 0 years. The first 0 years, I suppose, before the monument gets reset. But anyway, those are your civ matchups in this game. Take your pick on which civilization you think will be the best. The question is who uses their civilization the best. Not just who plays the best. This is kind of funny. I don't know why. Relics can be very useful in this game. Extra gold for you. Most players are going up to the next age. No player has quite reached the castle age quite yet. Look at the rainbow of colors here. And the Alt Khan is going to be the only player still stuck in Dark Age, but he looks like he's got a good food eco going. So players going up to the castle age, I do expect a boom from these guys. It is a free-for-all. You don't want to exert yourself too early here. You want to play the late game. You want to be perfect with your timings. That's the biggest thing in King of the Hill. And that's why everyone gets frustrated, because someone always messes up the timing at the end, which leads to the end of the game. So no one's ever happy with that. God's not gonna research cartography, because hey, what the hell. No harm in researching it, I guess. Might boost your score, I don't know. Because it's an extra research you get in there. Is there a gold pyre next to the monument? Yes, there is a one-tile gold mine here. I've never seen that before. That is very odd. If you ever needed more motivation to go for the middle, there it is. One tile of gold. So we'll have 370 years left. Not Tyrant, not the Viper's going to move out. He's going to expand his economy to the north. As you may have noticed, this map is not very big, so there's not a lot of room for these guys to go. If you're out of this game, you are out of this game. There's no rebuilding in the corners. There is simply not enough room. He's planning to trade. Who's planning to trade with who? I don't understand that. And red is going to expand out too. Remember all the woods on the outside here. Good thing for Chaucer, he's also going to find a relic here. Ooh, look at yellow getting cheeky. He's going to try to pick off a villager here. It looks like he will be able to get it. Small win for Hunyadi. And there he goes. A bit of a miscalculation from Wormy. His villager is not strong enough to stand up to this Eagle Scout. Although this female villager should be. There she goes. First player up to the Castle Age is not Tyrant, not the Viper, one of the higher skilled level players in this game. Second will be Ghazna. And here's not Tyrant, not the Viper's town center. We're not going to see anything special here, I think. Just 3 town center booms from our players. And that'll leave a little bit of a lull until this monument gets down to about 200 years. So if you were to skip the video at any point, at this point, you probably might want to fast forward a little bit through here. Players just getting their builds going, wormy up to the next age. He's really going ham on this one relic. They're famous from League of Legends. Are they actually good at League of Legends, or are they just copying their names? I'm curious to know. Town center for Wormy Wormy. That Britain's cheap at town centers. Gotta keep that in mind. Little bit of walling from Chaucer. I like it. Gonna leave himself open on the backside though. And Wormy Wormy's what do you call it? I don't want to say sneaky. He's nosy. He wants to know what Hunyadi's doing. Hunyadi, of course, killed one of Blue's villagers. I think these guys gonna have a little bit of a grudge match here before the game gets started. And here comes Hunyadi. Can we give a little bit of an edge to anyone in this game so far? I don't think we can. I think it's a little too early to call. But Not Tyrant, Not the Viper looks to have the best economy going so far. He's got 2 town centers already working. They've already got a few farms around them. Gazna, he's got his 2 town centers. He's starting to get his farms out. At this point, small differences really don't make a big difference towards the end goal of the game. Because at the end of the day, there are 6 other opponents here. Town centers for all of our players. Another town center for Wormy Wormy. You can afford it. He's playing as the Britons. And the only one doing something interesting is Rainman here. He's got 2 stables up. Is he going to make use out of it, though? I'm interested. Oops. My bad. Rainman. Rainman, where are you? Looks like he's not going to make use out of it, which is a little disappointing. I could see why you might want to. You're playing as the Berbers. You might want to get out those knights. This is your strong point in your civilization. You do fall off a little bit later. Why not try to eliminate opponent early on? But that's not what he's going for here. Instead, he's stockpiling resources. Might be clicking into the next stage pretty soon. We'll have to see. In which case, I don't know if I agree with that strategy. But I'm not playing this game. I'm the caster here. Looks like Blue's gonna lose his scout. So Wormy Wormy doing the same thing that Hunyadi did to him, but he's gonna be less successful at it. And oh, we're seeing a little bit of struggle here. Players competing for a bit of space. Altcon got his town center here. His enemy, Not the Tyrant, Not the Viper, is placing farms right under the town center. He's just noticed now. Here comes the watchtower from the Altcon. So these guys going to be duking it out very early on. And it might be a good idea to get one of these guys out early on. It's more resources for yourself, more space. Space is a very critical resource in itself. Of course, without space, how are you going to get your farms up? I'm choosing to believe in my fanboyism. They were on the same team back then, so they may be friends. Maybe I ask them afterwards. If they're Dota 2 legends. In which case, hey, throw me a host every now and then if you have a stream. Would love to have 40,000 viewers on my stream, just all of a sudden. 240 years left. That's about halfway down on the monuments. Still plenty of time. These guys can sure take their time at this point. What has Rainman been doing? Rainman's going to go up to the next age. Now, with the next age, he will get a little bit extra No, he won't. Yeah, he'll get a 5% extra discount on his cavalry. I don't think it's enough to justify him going that quickly up. I think he should solidify his economy first. And if anything, this might make him a little bit of a target for Chaucer. And boy, the Berber's going to have a hard time against Mameluke once these guys get upgraded. Just the cavalry's destroyers against the cavalry civilization. Hunyadi's going to build a little towards the middle, thinking about the middle a bit. Red's the only one that with control of it at this point, as if that matters. Now look at these scores right now. They're all very close. I've never seen a game where all these players were this close in a free-for-all. All of them within 300 points. That is actually incredible. That goes to show you we're going to have an incredible game coming up pretty shortly. And now that Rainman's clicked to the next stage, he's going to go into Cavalier now. And probably a Trebuchet too. It might be a little bit of pressure here on Chaucer. Can he hold? Now, Chaucer doesn't have the best economy in the world. He's making a great unit though. 2 great units, monks and Mamelukes. And of course, Hill Fort, he's got the defender's advantage with the hill here in these walls. a castle within the walls as well. 200 years now, we're getting down into crunch time. Oh, I missed this all. How did I miss this? There's only so much more going on the map. But here comes Hunyadi. He's going to push forward. Wormy, my bad, is going to push forward. He's going to come with the castle of Mangonel. Once again, the scout of Hunyadi doing damage. And look at this Eagle Warrior. He's going to get the kill on the Mangonel. It's actually below on the town center. What an epic kill for that Eagle Warrior. Hunyadi is on point with his Eagle Scouts right now. Amazing. There's Rain Man's Imperial Age. He's going to go with another town center. Okay. You didn't need the Imperial Age for that. And no play from Rain Man. I'm not making use out of this Imperial Age, I feel. There's not Tyrant, not the Viper up to the next stage. The difference is that he's actually got a, I was going to say a better economy, but he's getting hit pretty hard here. You see Long Swordsmen and Bowyars are out with some upgrades on them. And Alcon, he's made a little space for himself, a little thorn in the side for not Tyrant and the Viper. He's actually split the base in half with this castle, going after the town center. And he looks to be in quite a bit of trouble. This is all of his economy here. This economy on the top side looks very vulnerable. He's going into what I assume is some pikemen. So this is getting pretty intense so far. Here's a castle in the base of Wormy. Of Hunyadi, my bad. 160 years left. Hunyadi's got the middle at this point. I hope he's not putting all of his eggs in this one basket. He's looking pretty bad at home. Longbow now inside his base. This is idling a lot of Hunyadi's economy. And Gazna also up to the Imperial Age. He's in a good position. He's been untouched this whole time. And looks like he's going to go for Rain Man here. So only player focusing on the middle right now is Hunyadi, but I don't know how long he'll be able to keep it. Here comes his Longbowman to do more damage. More stone for Wormy. He's going to go full into Longbowman. That's the best unit you can make as Britons. So why not? And look at Alcon. He's building his economy to the left too. Looks like he's in good position, but not Tyrant, not the Viper. He's got two-handed swordsmen in. Tons of pierce armor on these guys. He's pushing with some trebs. He's also got these walls here. Alcon is only in Castle Age. He can't build any trebuchets. So it looks like we're going to see a bit of a pushback from not Tyrant, not the Viper. I don't think the sheep system is working. If it is, let me know. The bot seems to be off at this point, which I apologize for. I'll have to figure it out later. So these Boyar are strong, but these two-handed swordsmen are stronger. They're strong, as the Slavs might say. I don't know what civilization would say that. One villager, one castle, not gonna work. Castle denied. Champion done for not Tyrant, not the Viper. He's hitting his stride right now. He's gonna push himself back. He looks to be in a good position. And the pain continues for Hunyadi. 114 years left on in the middle. More Mamelukes and pikemen for Chaucer. He's mounting a defense here. Here we go. Ghazna's going into the middle. He's also got barracks on the bottom side here. He's going to go into these two-handed swordsmen. Interesting thing, they're the exact opposite of the Malians. Malians get extra pierce armor. As you can see here, +7. And the Burmese will get extra attack, which is a nice little, it's a nice, keeps the game consistent, let's put it that way. It's a nice civ design choice. Let's see what these two-handed swordsmen can do with extra attack. Man, they shred that Eagle Warrior, but here comes the Plumed Archers. They're going to go back for now. Archers are too much. Rainman's going to come in with his Cavalier. He looks like he's going to clean up Hunyadi. This is all Hunyadi has. He's losing his base in his fortress. And he doesn't have a lot more to cling to. "87 years left." I think this relic, this wonder is going to get switched over. The Alcon is losing everything he has. A few players getting hit pretty hard here. Here's that one champion, and look at how much pierce armor that has. It's going to town. And some of these players are in such bad position. Here comes the Mameluke raid from Chaucer, though. And the monument has switched. Ghaznaat looks to have a firm control of it at this point. Looks like he's going to move out for the time being. Doesn't feel like investing the resources to defend. Green needs to go back and defend his own base. Elite Mameluke now done. Just missing zealotry, armor, and attack upgrades. And we're seeing some camel archers from Rain Man. I don't think they will counter Mamelukes. Going to town center. The puns are real. Purple now currently has the Wonder. No investment from him though, he's just got the scout in. And he's just going to be cleaning up the Alcon. Why leave him live? Why let him live and develop his revenge plan later? Just finish him now. Rain Man, the third highest score leader, fourth highest score leader now, looks to have his hands full with this strong army of, strong Saracen army. Let's see what these guys can do. They should shred through here. Here comes the pikemen. Pikemen are going to go in front. Oh, this is going to be an ugly fight for Rain Man. Rain Man looks like he has more, but this army is going to get shredded. And down it goes. That was ugly. That was ugly for Rain Man. Rain Man's going to be dropping the score here shortly. Blue saying who's got mid. You can see it up here. And down goes Rain Man. He's going down to the third bottom score. He's dropped down 2 places in, what, a minute? And there's nothing left of Hunyadi's base. So 3 players pretty much out of this game. They're still surviving at the time being. You can try to rebuild. Hope for a long game. And who knows, it can happen. But we have some tyrants in this game. We have 4 tyrants. 4 tyrants at the moment. We have Ghazna. We have Wormy. Not Tyrant, not the Viper. And Chaucer, which are all looking really strong right now. And boy, who doesn't love to see Longbowman? One of my favorite units in the game. So Wormy's going to claim the top score right now. He's competing with Ghazna. And only 85 years left on this monument. Here comes Blue. He's going to come forward. He's going to try to reclaim his bombard cannons. Big threat here. Oh boy! Here comes the bombard cannons. Oh, down they go. Big shot. Still wasn't worth the bombard cannon cost though, but it was lovely to see. Green survived here a little bit. He's lost his forward base here. But he's still got the back 2/3 of his economy working. Thank you for the compliments. I do feel like this is one of my better games as far as commentary. So I always like to look to improve. I don't know what I'm doing this game. It feels good in this game though. Some games are not really there with the commentary, but this game it feels good. And this is a good game we have too. We have 4 players that are still really in this game right now. And nobody's technically been defeated either, so don't count anyone out. Down goes the bombard cannons. Man, Red's gonna come in too. Every player. Damn, this is a great game. I'd be so pissed if this comes down to like a cheap monument snipe. This is game of the month potential. Green's coming back with his army. They all want that King of the Hill champion title, which will be in the bottom of my stream. I know they will want that. So Red's gonna take the Wonder for now. 90 years left. He's got a very strong army. Mamelukes, heavy camels, pikemen. It's basically all counter cavalry, with the exception of these bombard cannons. Now, how will it fare against the champions of the Malians, though? We'll have to see. I think the Malians champions could have a good advantage here. Now, they're just kind of regular champions, though, against this. The Pierce armor doesn't help at all here. Well, let's see. I feel like Wormy's army composition would be great against this. It's all of this. 78 years left. This is on fast speed. Things will happen very fast. Here comes Gazna. He's coming with his Rams. And he's going to take down the town center for Rain Man. Rain Man can't get a break here. Poor him. He's going to come in with these Hussars. Perfect counter from Gazna. Haubs with extra attack. How incredible is that? That's not the most important area of the map. Let's see how the champions do. The thing is, Mamelukes are so good. They're such a damn good unique unit. They're going to take down these champions. That was most of Purple's army. We need to see some more help from him. Purple needs to recruit the help from Wormy or something. Oh, the relic got the monument got switched. How did that happen? Wow. Red did not have enough units in the middle. That's going to buy him some extra time. And this castle's not going to go up from Tyrant, not the Viper. At least it's going to go down very quickly, too. Well, Purple's not giving up. He's spamming units all across the map. He's got a great... he's got an okay economy. I want to say great economy. It's not a great economy. And think about it. Chaucer doesn't even have the 30 extra HP or 2 extra attack on these Mamelukes. This is still not the strongest his army could be. Alright, 80 years left. We have to see something else. Not Tyrant, not the Viper. He can't do this. He can't do this alone. He needs some help. Who's going to get the help from? Is it going to be Gazna, or is it going to be Wormy? Or will he take the game? Now, Gazna's busy cleaning up Rain Man's farms and houses and whatnot. Cleaning up his middle area. It's some nice landscape for him. That is funny. So 63 years remaining. It's going down very quickly. Remember, only a single unit in the middle for Chaucer, and he'll win. Although he doesn't have a single unit at this point. That's kind of funny. Orange, go to the... Oh, okay. I thought he was going to go to the middle. If Orange sent a single pikeman while these hand cannons were off, it would have changed. Man, we should do King of the Hill more often. This is fun. Alright, Blue's going to announce he's coming in. Let's see what he can do. Now, Chaucer's forgetting his Zealotry upgrade. That's the biggest upgrade for Mamelukes. 50 years remaining. Here comes Blue. Oh, don't do that. Orange is still biding his time. It looks like he's going to come in now. It's still not going to be enough, though. Oh, and here comes Arbalest. And Red's going to give it up here. He doesn't want to lose all of his expensive gold units. He's decided this is not the time. Blue, hey, why didn't you fight Orange? It looks like Red's preoccupied here in the bottom. Now, to be fair, I don't think Chaucer could have defended this off, so I think this is a smart decision from him. He's seen too much army. He's going to preserve his units for now. And remember, gold will run out eventually in this game. Eventually, if it gets that way. So preserving your gold units is going to be key. And this is an excellent position for these Mamelukes. These champions won't be able to do anything here. And currently, look at this. Currently, nobody is defending the monument at this point. Too much investment. You're gonna get double teamed. Man, I feel a little sorry for Rain Man here. He's gotta go cavalry. It's a civ. I guess he can go hand cannons. I think hand cannons would be the best option, but he's not got the best civ here against these Haubs. There's nothing he can do except for hand cannons. So do hand cannons. Red, he's backed away from the monument. He's still losing a lot here, though. He's losing all of his infrastructure, and he's going to lose a few of these Mamelukes, too, which is what he really doesn't want to lose. 85 gold for each Mameluke. And once again, the monument goes switches. It's going to be now in Purple's control. Purple's built up his economy since the last time we saw him. What population is he at? He's almost at 250, which is the pop cap. So he's looking pretty strong here. Now, what I'd love to see from him is adding some siege onager. That's what I want to see. Maybe some castles in the middle. What is this? I don't know what Blue's doing. Hunyadi, let's talk about the players that died early. Hunyadi's actually still in this game. He's got it cleaned up on the right side by Wormy Wormy. Wormy Wormy's making sure to clean him up. This is all that Hunyadi has left. This is literally all he has left. And here comes some scouts. With mega upgrades. The Alt Khan has rebuilt himself. His economy is fairly strong. Fairly small, my bad. But at the same time, he's got a fairly strong army of champions and elite bowyards. Look at that. Boom. So he's still in this game. Randman's been hit all this game. Looks like Gazna's going to go for another push, so he's in a bad position. So this player's not really recovering. The Alt Khan looks like he has the best chance to recover. The thing is, I think Not Tyrant, Not the Viper is a beast, and it's going to be hard for Alt Khan to go against him. However, 67 years, is this going to be the final push? Is Not Tyrant, Not the Viper going to be the last one to hold this monument? Nobody is challenging him. No one. No one is challenging him at this point. And he's got a big army here. Rams, they soak up a lot of damage here. He'll soak up a lot of damage, and they'll be in the middle for a long time if no one challenges this. Especially with this Britain's army. Alright, Wormy Wormy's gonna go in. We need to see a move from Gazna. Gazna's actually attacking the south. Could be a big mistake from him. Blue's saying go, but Orange doesn't have much here. He's got some bombard cannons. And those Malian champions, so much Pierce armor on these guys. I don't know how effective Arbalest will be. Okay, Gazna's gonna go now. Let's see what he's got. He's got champions of his own. Granted, much stronger against Malian champions. This would be such an interesting 1-versus-1 matchup. Malians versus Burmese. Would love to see that someday. Nice hill advantage for Not Tyrant, Not the Viper. It looks small, but it actually makes a big difference. Nice teamwork. Look at how many bombard cannons Gazna has. Jesus. Oh, that's going to be a huge waste if these go down. This is going to be incredible. So much gold in these bombard cannons. They're going for the Rams. Oh my god, but here comes the champions. What a waste of gold. This is terrible. This is terrible. 27 years. This could be the final push. Not Tyrant, Not the Viper. He just needs to spam units here. Look at the Alt Khan. He's coming at the perfect moment. He's trying to cut off reinforcements here. Hit Not Tyrant, Not the Viper's economy. So will Not Tyrant, Not the Viper be able to hold this on 200 population? Plenty of units left. There's 20 years left. I think he's got this game. Here comes more army from Wormy Wormy. Gazna, bring all your army. I think this was a big mistake on the bottom. All your army should be in the middle. And 10 years left. I think Not Tyrant, Not the Viper has the game. Here comes the Mamluks from Chaucer. No, attack! Attack! Attack purple! Attack purple! 6 years! What the fuck, Red? You retarded. Oh, Not Tyrant, Not the Viper is gonna win this game. He has too much in the middle. Players, of course. The hate becomes real. It's every King of the Hill. But Not Tyrant, Not the Viper, he's going to take this game. He's going to be the King of the Hill champion for the moment. And wow, what a great game. This was still a great game. Could have gone any way for any of these players. But it goes to show you, always be aggressive on King of the Hill. Always go for those last second ones. Orange blew it. There's always going to be hate in King of the Hill. It's always going to be salty. Let's check the achievements. Great play from Not Tyrant, Not the Viper. Here's your military stats. Best KD actually goes to Chaucer. Villager high for Not Tyrant, Not the Viper goes to show you had a strong economy. And here's the timeline. If you'd like to see more community games from my stream, please click the link here, and please like and subscribe to my channel to help support future content. I will see you in the next video. Alright, let's start another one.